Welcome, guys. It's race day, Belgium Spa. It should be an absolute cracker. Not long now, 9 minutes to lights out, or well, at least the start of the formation lap. And it's a long one, so you can get your drinks and get prepped for the start of this race. Thank you for joining. Welcome along. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy it, press the like. Get in the comments, because that's what makes this watch along the watch along, really. Because well, without the fan interaction and you guys responding, comments, the like, yeah, it just makes the show. It's what the community watch it together, and I hope you enjoy it. Welcome, Primcat. It's Shesh. It's going to be a tough race, I think. Yesterday I was thinking Kimi will run away with this one if he's first at the end of lap one. I'm not sure that will change. Track conditions today are cooler than we've seen all weekend. Grey clouds, potential for rain. That's always in the air in Belgium, but we'll see. Welcome, Pedals. Ciao. Hope you're well. But yeah, we're set to be a really good race weekend. Couple of penalties. Carlos Sainz is taking a penalty. He'll start P19 when all the penalties have worked out. Then Lance Stroll, then Isaac Hadjar, and Fernando Alonso will start last because he's also taken a penalty as well. Lando Norris will start P13. Some said P12 yesterday, but it will be P13 after his 10th place grid penalty. The McLarens looked quick, and in certain races, at certain times within the race, they've really just lit up the tyres and they've been absolutely flying. So I think a win is probably off the cards, but we'll see what he can do from back there. Ferrari, Lewis, I know that's you pedals, isn't it? But despite qualifying, fifth and sixth, I think they move up. It's fourth and fifth after Norris's penalty. Lewis was surprisingly optimistic. He thinks a podium is still on the cards. He goes well around here. Last year was 18th to 7th in a car that he struggled with. This year in a car that's better. Will the cooler conditions help them with tyre management? We'll find out. Welcome, Kimi. It should be, really looking forward to. I think I really look forward to every race, but they are exciting at the moment. We'll see how it pans out. The lap one isn't going to be as critical as we've seen, say, last year when Oscar got the move on Norris. Will it be the same this year? I think we've got the battery power issues, and I think we'll probably see more overtakes going from turn 14 down into the bus stop chicane at the end of the lap. We've seen that certain cars are really down on power through that section, and if you can keep some battery, you'll see a few people that might be sitting ducks, but it's just probably trying to keep them off your back down the Kemmel Straight, and you don't want to be stuck behind anybody through sector 2. It's a long sector to be stuck behind anybody. We'll see if anybody who plays a team game. Ferraris are not the best at the team game. They just let their drivers race, which is, for me, why I absolutely love it. They're just brilliant at the way they do it. They are tactical when it needs to be, but generally they just say, race it out, and we'll see how it goes. You believe in Lewis? Well, if he pulls off, I think a podium would be a good result. This is where they expect it to be. And Charles Leclerc was saying that Ferrari over-delivered in Silverstone. This is kind of where what they expected in Silverstone with the track characteristics. They're seeing it here in Spa. So, yes, us fans just left guessing, scratching our heads while we've got performances that we didn't expect. A lot of people didn't expect Ferrari to do well in Silverstone. I just thought they would, but clearly I was wrong, but happily surprised. We'll see what they can do here in Spa. Max Verstappen Next up, he'll be everybody's hope for a race at the front. I think he'll give it everything. Lap 1, 2. It's how long or how, yeah, really how long he can stick with or keep ahead of Kimi Antonelli if he does get ahead of him. I think that's the big if. Max Verstappen needs a good start, and he's not had one for, well, pretty much all season yet. So I think that's the big worry. I think he's probably looking back more than looking ahead, if we're really honest with ourselves. George Russell lines up in third place now. He'll be happy that Lando Norris had that penalty, because I think otherwise he would have struggled past him. He's just generally struggled with this car for whatever reason. And an interesting interview from him yesterday saying it's not my driving style, which is a change from what he's been saying all along, that he thinks it's his driving style that's affecting the battery usage or just getting the pace out of the car. Something apparently inherently wrong with this car, or even Toto saying it wasn't George's driving yesterday, which was the gap of about half a second, because he's losing a lot of that time in sector 3. So, and that's just power. So something quite not right with George Russell. Is it electronic mapping, or he's not managing the battery the way Antonelli is? And there we get it. We get more battery talk. So there's always a way. It's got to sneak its way in there somehow. But it should be. I'm really looking forward to the race in terms of I think Kimi will run away with it. I think it'll just be virtual safety cars that might either fall for him or against him, which could hinder him in the race. But he needs a race without any obstacle this weekend. He's been absolutely brilliant. Barcelona, Silverstone, Antonelli disease for all. Yeah, I think you're probably right. He's got the shock of his life, hasn't he, the George Russell? He's been the top man in Mercedes. They've built a car to win the championship, and it's his dream scenario. And then this young little tiny kid with his backpack on from school has turned up from Italy, and this season, you've got to say, just wiped the floor with him. And it's just left George like lost. And a gap of half a second a lap is huge. There's no way of hiding that. Yeah, that's his issue, pedals. It's a big one in a small package, isn't it? So we'll see how that goes for him. If you want to sync up, they are now just going through the drivers. So it's Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon on screen, 16th, 15th. Ollie Behrman 14th, Norris in 13th place, as we are just now, a couple of minutes away from lights out. But this is the stream that I'm going to be, or the stream, I don't know if you call it that, but that's what I'm going to be watching along from. Let's just get myself... I've got no update on tyres yet either, of who's starting on what tyres. It normally does show up by now on the live timings, but I've not. It's unilateral, yep. It's strong here anyway. I'm not going to lie with you, Kimi. It's strong in my head. It would be interesting. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, everybody's on the mediums up until P16. It's only Norris in P13 on the hards. I think that makes sense. He can take advantage of potentially any safety cars, as long as it's not an early safety car, to get off them hards. And we'll see how it goes. An early safety car ruins Lando Norris's strategy on them hards. A late safety car is probably the perfect scenario for him. Probably laps, 16, something like that. We'll see how that goes. We've got Bottas, interestingly, starting on the hards. And is that a jump straight to the two-stop strategy? It's an aggressive strategy. It can work. Carlos Sainz on the softs as well. P19, 19. That's what it's showing here at the moment. I've seen that wrong though, so don't quote me on that. It's best to just see the colours of the tyres when they do roll out, if you catch them on camera before the start of the race. And then we've got Perez, Stroll, Hadjar, Alonso on the hards. Makes sense. I think that's probably, it is the strategy to go with. We'll see how, and if this does develop into more two lights, so we're 2 minutes away from the cars taking off. Welcome, Herman. Lewis, the champ. Let's see. I hope Lando does well here, but Kimi for the win. Primcat. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Kimi for the win. I would like it if it's a surprise Ferrari somehow. Green lights, they are away for the formation lap. Kimi Antonelli leads Max. Hadjar is on. I wonder if Isaac Hadjar's on a hard tyre as well. He's 23rd. Yeah, he's on a hard tyre. I thought he was higher up than he is. 21st start. Oh, slow start for an Alpine. We did get going. So I guess we've got a few here, haven't we? We've got Kimi for Kimi, Primcat for Kimi. Pedals is believing in Lewis. It'd be a brilliant win if you can do it from 5th. And Herman getting there with your podium. I think you got a Lewis win by the sounds of it. Lewis the champ. There'll be some race if Lewis pulls this off on P5. I tell you that for nothing. Everybody is looking out for the rain at the moment. It looks like the grey clouds that have hovered over the circuit have got everybody looking and panicking a bit. But apparently, according to weather radars, it's dry, but it's Spa. So look up and see what happens will be the best thing. It'll be interesting if we get a wet race here, the first wet race in the 26 regulations, and I know everybody's packing about that. Turn 1, light rain, according to Oscar Piastri. Just how. Welcome, Archives. Welcome back. Formation lap just finishing. Long formation lap, this one, isn't it? It's like a 2-3 minutes lap. Cars just lining up on the grid. Oh, we're off. Not yet. Still waiting for the final car to come round. I'm definitely late on this, whatever this. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm 5 minutes in, but looking at my timing screens. We've got green flag, engines revving. We've got 1 light, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Go! Decent start from Kimi Antonelli. Max has got a good start. Charles Leclerc right behind the wing of Max Verstappen. Max went wide, covers Russell on the inside. Antonelli 1, Max 2, Russell 3 with 2 Ferraris all over the back of him. Charles Leclerc looking on the inside of Eau Rouge, up through Radion. Max Verstappen already. How's Max done that? Antonelli going back at him. Down the Kemmel Straight. Oh, Charles takes Max as well. Max swallowed. Oh, Russell and Lewis touch. Oh my God, that's not what he wanted. George Russell, is he going to carry on going? But we've got... That's a crazy first lap. Stop turn 6. George Russell, it's going. I'm not sure he's got going yet. Oh, that'd be a hammer blow. He's been closing up on Kimi Antonelli, but he's out. That was a crazy run through Max Verstappen, but he's dropped to 3rd at the end of the straight. Was that just using a boost too early, or Tactori didn't use it? And will we see him gain positions back through turn 14 down to the bus stop? But it's Antonelli leads. Charles Leclerc 2nd, brilliant for him. Max Verstappen in 3rd. Safety car, early safety car, and we were talking about them. I don't think anybody's going to pit just yet with just 2 laps done, unless you're going to really risk it for a super long hard. But Max Verstappen was saying that the deg was high on the long run that he did. George Russell out. Ooh, that's not the way he wanted his Spa race to go. Beached in the gravel. We'll watch that again, but it's Oscar Piastri 4th, Lewis Hamilton in 5th place. I wonder if he's got any damage. It did look like a tap between the two. Ferrari of the damage for an Haas as well running round. We've not seen the incident again. Red Bull's in the pits. Hadjar apparently pitting. He is. That's has there been incident? Hadjar pits. We've got a few cars. It's got 2 Cadillacs, both pitted. Perez, Bottas. I wonder if there's been incident towards the back. We've not had a replay yet. Ocon's rear end is dragging Kimi. Yeah, I don't know if it's a puncture or he's out again. He's out again, so it looks like it was just a puncher for him. George Russell out. Lap 2. Well, lap 1 incident. Ooh. Max Verstappen had a crazy run through Eau Rouge. He come out at the top of Eau Rouge first. I don't know if Kimi Antonelli got a bit of a wobble on, but he wasn't slow to the end of the Kemmel Straight, was he? Kimi Antonelli race start again. Good start from Max Verstappen as well this time, wasn't it? That was crucial for him. That was the question ahead of the start. Russell went on the inside. There was then 2 Ferraris all over the back of George Russell. Russell got a poor exit out of La Source. Antonelli, what a move from Max Verstappen around the outside of Eau Rouge. That is a brave decision. I don't know if there's battery assist. But we then see Russell is out of battery, Verstappen out of battery, but really late on the brakes. Oh, I don't know if that's... I don't know if... We'll have to see it on board of George Russell's, if that is a Lewis... I think it probably just was like a racing incident, but he's really late braking from George Russell. Is it's an overstace now? Russell was risking that. I think that's a racing incident, but there's a big part of someone's car. George was that. Oh, you just got racy race, haven't you? It's a racing incident, I think. I'd be surprised if anybody gets a penalty on that incident. We've got Carlos Sainz replay. Oh, he bumps into the back of Ocon. Is that what is puncher? He's driving well, Ocon, and he's got another. Oh, he got a tap with his teammate as well, Ocon and Behrman. Friendly fire in the Haas department, they won't be happy. Oh, and then his rear then punctures, or was it pre-done before that accident? I don't know which of the contacts it caused the puncture there for Behrman. Was it his teammate or the initial one? It did look like it would be a different one. They're investigating. I'm not seeing the message yet on that yet. Just Hal, welcome. Oh, it's archives, isn't it? I've got to get used to the archives. I think it will be no further investigation. I think so. Archives. I don't see it. Hamilton, yeah, no front end because of downforce to the car in front. It's just it looks like a racing incident, that, to be honest with you. I don't. Well, call me Hal. I'll do that. It's going to be hard now, archives. I quite like archives, but we'll call you Hal. It's your actual name. Safety car. Are we going to get it going in? Not yet. Sainz might get an a penalty for his bump on Ocon. Just misread how slow they're going to crawl around. I think that must be so frustrating as a racing driver when they do just patch bumping up and yeah, if the pack is just bumps up and you're just crawling around last source, it must be so frustrating because you do that like probably 3 or 4 times faster than the crawl around. Another race, another safety car. That's one thing you can predict this season. What we've had one, either in terms of a virtual or a full safety car, every Grand Prix so far this season. And I think it'll continue. Under investigation, it's popped up now. My feed must be all like what I'm watching must be an absolute country mile behind. Archive, you said that an absolute country mile ago in the feed. That's investigations just popped up now. But another lap under the safety car. It's a long lap here as well. This one. It's like when you've only got 44 laps, so almost every lap behind the safety car is critical, isn't it? It's on an official feed, Kimmy. I'm not sure. I've tried to just reload it now while we're safety carring up to see if I can be with you guys. I'm not lagging behind. Like everybody sees what's going on, and yeah, I've tried. I've just reloaded it up now. Hal, hopefully, we'll be back as they stroll or roll around the safety car. Looking forward to safety car ending. We're back up. Slower, yeah. I think there's a lag in natural in the live stream as well. So I don't know if that also doesn't help. Blinkies, unfortunately not. We're not allowed to do that. I wish I could. Welcome to the chat. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah, we could just watch any sport we like free via YouTube. We can't even show clips at times, to be honest. I've tried in sort of race previews just to, when there's been incident, just to see it, and even like cutouts of small parts of the racing, but you just get copyright pop up instantly when you load the video up onto YouTube. So it is illegal, as Hal has said. So you could just enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely, Kimmy. It was, Antonelli's gone, bolted, but Charles Leclerc is right with him. There is a gap back to Max Verstappen. Have they caught Max sleeping a bit? It's all over the back of Max's Oscar. And then we've got Lewis. No report of damage on Lewis's car. I've not heard any radio on that one. Antonelli's away. Perfect gap. Leclerc, Hamilton on the inside of Lewis. Oh, I thought he was going to go too deep there, Lewis. Well, that brilliant. Oscar all over the back of Lewis, out of La Source, through Eau Rouge, Radion. Brilliant overtaking. Gee, you hold on to your seat there. That is tight, close. Absolutely brilliant. Lawson Lindblad both next to each other. I think it was, who mentioned it, Pedals, about the upgrades. It is Arvid Lindblad has just got the upgrades in that racing ball. It was a shootout in Silverstone which decided that. So of the two racing bulls, Lindblad has the new updates on the car. Lawson doesn't. But Lawson ahead currently. So wow, if you can pull that off, that'd be an absolute brilliant race. And the gap now, look at the gap to Kimi Antonelli, a second Charles Leclerc. Max is going to be in a hunt. Oscar P3, 4. Lewis dropped a little bit back, didn't he, after that battle with Oscar? Down in P5. Gabby's dropped a couple of places in the Audi. Down P10. Max looks closer to Charles Leclerc at the start of lap 6. We'll see. Will he do another move? Lap number 6 now, Blinkies, for me. Just started, and they make their way up through Eau Rouge. I want to flip back to Max and Charles. He's passing through people through the corner. Max all over the back of Charles. Looks like a sitting duck slipstream alongside. Yep, he's through. Max up to P2. Nice move, Max. He looks mega through the Eau Rouge down Radio into the Kemmel Straight. I don't know if it's the way he's using his boost or just the way the car's set up. He's flying through there. I mean, you've seen it in the move that he did on Kimi Antonelli in that section. It was just outrageous around the outside. I've not seen anyone do that for... I think Mark Webber did it years ago. That was another brilliant move I've watched there. We'll see how that works out for him. Franco Colapinto up into P8. What a start. Brilliant start from Liam Lawson up into P6. Made up 3 places. Franco Colapinto up 3 places to 8th. Norris is 9th, making him way up slowly from P13. Carlos Sainz is up to P14 at the moment. Bottas dropped down to P20 if you're interested that further back. Bortoletto is now P11. Dropped another place to Pierre Gasly now. This is out of the points positions as it stands. Max is within the overtake zone now of Kimi. Lap 7. I thought Blinkies have gone for Kimi Antonelli. We've got 3 of us, I think, so far for Kimi. We've got a couple of Lewis. We've not had a Max yet, have we? Straight line speed. Oscar is all over the back of Charles. Hamilton in this double slipstream, closing on Oscar. Ferraris look a sitting duck down the straight, don't they? Sainz wings look dangerous, hanging off, according to Berman. Hal, you've got Ant Max Hamburger. Well, we'll see how the tyres hold on for Ferrari Lewis. Oscar looks strong in the McLaren, especially down that straight, and they can't shake him off through Sector 2, which is probably why they are struggling down the straights because you probably it's just more downforce. But they've said that they're struggling with the power on the straights, and they've got cars ahead that have, well, the best engine in the Red Bull, and the Mercedes power, which we've seen, is brilliant as well. It is a power limited circuit, so it's going to show here. Now fast. Oscar going for a sniff on the bus stop on Charles Leclerc. It's close up at the front. Max is into the overtake zone. Norris is up into P8. He's not a country mile behind, is he, either, really? The field spread is not as huge as we've seen previously. I think that's because people can now consistently follow within half a second of each other. Look at Oscar. It's strong, that slipstream. Squeezes a way through there to try and get a gap a long way to the side. Oh, they touch! They touch! Oh, is that something flew off? Is that some Lewis all over Oscar? I mean, that was always going to be car width. That was close and dangerous at that speed. Under braking, we'll see what happened there. I am, yep, unfortunately, Hal. Okay, I'm watching Sky TV. Oscar saying he didn't leave enough space. We'll see if there is going to be the yellow flag. Is that for the debris there? Ferrari's getting feisty, aren't they, in this race at the moment? With both Hulkenberg on team radio. I didn't quite understand anything that came out of his mouth there. The battle for the podium position is going to be strong, isn't it? At the moment, we've got looks like two Ferraris and the McLaren. It's Oscar at the moment, and the Lando Norris is not a country mile behind. He's about 5 seconds back of this battle yet. He's got 2 Racing Bulls that he needs to dispatch of, and then if these 3 carry on fighting, he'll be right up in the back of the 3 of them pretty soon. So I wouldn't count Norris out just yet. Oh, move! Just a pass from Lewis Hamilton and Oscar Piastri, P4. Was that a recovery issue? We've got another replay of, here we go. Piastri is not, he's about halfway alongside. It's, oh, is this a bit of a squeeze? Is it? Noted. I don't think that's an issue. MB has just said he thinks that might be a problem. Kimi doesn't know. He's on F1 TV is someone else, and he's not too bad, to be fair. It's just Crofty on Sky TV. We can't here in the UK get F1 TV for the F1. I think we could just use a Lewis with a 5-second penalty. Is that for? That's causing a collision with George Russell. Oh, Lewis has been collecting these penalties lately. That's oh, I thought it was a racing incident. I'm not sure about that Lewis penalty. Lewis hunting up the back of Charles Leclerc. The closing on Max Verstappen now. The Ferrari is coming strong in this part of the race. Charles Leclerc under a second. Max dropping back of Kimi Antonelli at the moment. Oh, did he Primcat? I've not seen that. He did last weekend as well, didn't he? When the yellows. He just said he got washed out though, as far as on his team radio. He said just lost downforce and he cut across him. I'm not sure. It just looks like a lap one racing incident. I know it's not turn one as such, but yeah, he did say he had no front end. Well, that's what they've decided. It's done. 5 seconds for Lewis, and that right now would put him in, just behind Piastri, wouldn't it? Norris up to P7. Lindblad ahead of Lawson. I don't know where that switch has. We've not been watching it because, well, the battle at the front is pretty close. Yeah, I guess you're right, Prim, isn't it? It is an admission of not being in control. Sometimes keeping your mouth shut probably just helps on these team radios, don't they? Like, just sort of help the stewards out on that one. Yeah, Kimi now pumping in the laps. 150.7. Max had a slow lap, that one, a 51.0. Is this their tyres now struggling? He did say that, and that's one thing that they've had in certain Grand Prix. Charles closing all over the back of... They're strong down the straights, aren't they, Red Bull? Piastri with the damage to the right-hand side of the floor. Norris stuck behind Lindblad another lap. You can't afford that. Look, the gap now, 6.7 behind Oscar. It was about 5 seconds. He's lost about 2 seconds a lap of Norris getting stuck behind the Racing Bull. So he really needs to get shot of these Racing Bulls pretty quickly. Yeah, I think you're right, Kimi. He did penalise himself on that one. Not the best way to do it. That's what he did. Deg lower than expected. Plan B is Ferrari. Leclerc Piastri under investigation, I think. On that one, Hal, with their incident. It's not popped up on the screen that I've seen, though. Yep, lap 12 already. We are getting quickly through this race, a quarter through. Oh, Crofty just said it. They're looking at the incident of Charles and Piastri. Could we see two Ferraris carrying penalties in this race? I mean, it looked like it's podiums on for at least one of them. Lewis all over the back of Charles Leclerc now. Will he get the same? Oh, that looked like Charles was... Well, they don't want to dump each other like Oscar did. Charles defending hard. They don't want to battle too much and lose the ground to Max, because Max is it's going to enjoy that one, isn't it? You want George to win, Blinkies? Sadly not today, is it? He's out. Kimi's not romping away with it, is he? It's only a 2-second gap to Max Verstappen. I don't know if the undercut will be strong here. Deg is lower than expected, so probably not as strong as they might have thought. We've got a George interview now. Let's see what he's got to say. George sort of almost said it was 50-50 in the sense of I could have given more space and potentially Lewis could have braked harder, but I wouldn't have been in that position. I just got swallowed down the straight is his bigger problem. Lewis again battling with Charles. He's faster of the two Ferraris at the moment. Lewis on the radio saying, I'm faster than Charles at the moment. This is hurting us. He's got a 5-second penalty as Lewis Hamilton in the sense that I know they're racing for position, but they're almost not. And granted, Charles has got a penalty hanging over his head, potentially. That's just what it is. George said it was looking good out of turn one with the power, but then suddenly all the power just went. So he doesn't understand what's happened with the PU. Oh, we've got a nice drone cam there following the two Ferraris, or one of the Ferraris at least. Kimi within the 2-second gap of Max. He's not flying away with it. Max is only a tenth slower that lap round. Charles there or thereabouts with the second gap between him and Max. Lewis now a second back on Charles. Piastri dropping back. Norris has now taken Lindblad. Let's see what pace he has. Last lap was a 51.5. Is that his first lap in clean air? That'll be the end of this lap. We'll see. Russell on the verge of tears, apparently. In that interview, disappointed. I mean, he got to within 25 points of Kimi Antonelli, and if Kimi can just keep going. Yeah, Pedals, I kind of agree with him. I think the only issue for Charles is that he's got this investigation overhead. If he didn't, then I think Charles should have let him through because Lewis has got a 5-second penalty. If he had the pace, let him go and fight Verstappen for you. And them two scrapping might help. Perez, I think my suspension is broken. Is that retirement for him? Blinky's on the podium. I think it will be Antonelli, Verstappen, Hamilton. I know he's got a 5-second penalty as well. I think that's what might cost him to Charles. At the moment, Ferrari's been in the war this Grand Prix, haven't they? We're currently 3rd and 4th. If they work together, I think they could get a like a 2-3. I don't think they've got the pace of Kimi Antonelli. They've not done I mean, they're all within a 10. I don't know if Antonelli's managing because we've seen what he did in Silverstone where the 35 laps. He's an absolute master at that. Uh, 2.5 seconds gap now. Antonelli, Verstappen. He's not completely romping away with it, but he's managing well. Hadjar with a move on Bortoletto in the small box. Gets himself up into 10th place. He's got a bit of work to do. Oh, good lap from Norris last time on Oscar. Oscar had a really slow lap. Oscar did a 52.0 and a 50.6. Fastest man that time around was Lando Norris. faster than everybody. He's going to be all over the back of Oscar soon, isn't he, Lando? A 50.6 was 8/10 faster than Lewis Hamilton. Norris is flying. He's on the hard tyres. Is that the tyre to be on? But the thing, he's going to switch to the mediums and everybody else on the hards. Kimi is freezing first place. He's been phenomenal, this young kid, hasn't he? We need to keep an eye out on Lando Norris. He might be working his way into this podium fight. We'll see what happens with Charles Leclerc as well yet. We've not had no clarification on whether the investigation is going to be dropped. We've done a few laps now, so we should be getting some sort of decision on Charles. If Leclerc ends up with a penalty as well, I think we could see Norris nick that third place of the Ferraris. And I think it's a bit of a kick in the teeth from the pair of the two Ferrari drivers if they let that happen. Yeah, you got that right, Primcrat. He's been just phenomenal, hasn't he? He's absolute championship driving at the moment. What I've really liked as well is that he's had the kick in the teeth and he's come back next weekend and he's almost not let him bother him. And I think we've seen now George being bothered by it. We've seen other good drivers be bothered by sort of being let down by the team. And he was mega disappointed. You could hear it in his voice in Silverstone, in Barcelona. But he's just cracked on with it. He's just got onto the next Grand Prix weekend and it's on to the next. And he's been absolutely brilliant. No further action for Charles Leclerc. Turn 5. MB's a bit shocked by that. He thought Charles was more of a penalty than Lewis is. Lewis gets 5 seconds, Charles nothing. I like that one, Blinky. Last time round, another great lap from Norris. Norris is doing the pace of Antonelli, if not slightly faster. Watch out for Lando Norris. The kid is coming. He's 11 and a half seconds off the lead. It's really the Ferraris who are in his radar. I think he'll get past Oscar because of one, they'll be on different strategies. They might box Oscar soon, but aside from that, he's quick. Antonelli tyres are looking better than others. You can afford to use them. Lewis is dropping back off Charles now, just over 2 seconds. So it's been all over the back of him. It's not at the moment. I've just had a VSC pop up. I've not seen it yet, but the Ferraris are coming up to the bus stop. Have they missed it? Max's pit. Does he benefit from it? Max's pit. So he didn't benefit from the VSC. Hamill not happy with strategy call. He's not pit though. He's been told. He said he's told them what strategy he wanted to do, and now he's just out with everybody. Verstappen 10 seconds behind Norris. Let's see. Virtual safety car. Yeah. Lewis not happy with the strategy call. He's still confused on what lap he's on. VSC. If Norris can take advantage of the VSC, well, he's got. Will anybody benefit? Box would be Antonelli. Or VSC ending. VSC, nobody got advantage of the VSC. That's the thing about the long lap around Spa. Oh, that looked close to the wall from Kimi Antonelli came into the pits. Very aggressive. Boxes lap 19, covering off Max. Makes sense. The gap to Max and Verstappen, Antonelli and Verstappen is the same 2.5 seconds. You can see why they've done that. Cover off Max. They're not running away with it, Mercedes. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Charles leads Lewis. Norris is all over the back of Oscar now, lap 19. I think it'll just be a... Norris is flying. Good lap from Charles Leclerc that time around, 50.8. Will we see team orders at McLaren? Will they let each other through, or are they going to fight each other for position? Lap 19. Lando homing in on Oscar Piastri. It doesn't make any sense if they let these two fight. McLaren. We've got another VSC. Lap 20, though. Marshall on track turn 15. Just popped up. I've not seen it on my... I'm still way behind. So the two McLarens aren't taking advantage of that. Lewis. Oh, lap 20 is when they tell Lewis Hamilton, this is the strategy. We've got a 5-second penalty, and that's why we're keeping you going. And, well, you're gapping Piastri. VSC. Well, we've got to 2 Ferraris and Oscar benefiting from that. Norris carries on. Piastri passes Lando Norris. They're racing each other. Everybody's pitting now, but they've got cheap pit stops. Could that mean Charles Leclerc net P1? I've not seen it yet, but could that be Leclerc net P1? Antonelli's pit, Max's pit, both expensive stops. Charles gets a cheap one. He wasn't a country mile behind Antonelli or Max with Charles Leclerc. He kept him honest, and is this the luck that he needs? He got it last time out. You pit if you're Charles Leclerc. That's what you absolutely do. Pit. The Ferraris, the 2 Ferraris brilliant for them. Perfect for Lewis as well. He gets a service penalty. He's come out P6 though, according to the strat. So he's lost the position to Oscar Piastri. Swear from Lewis. Did someone get run over? They didn't. Cut to it. Charles Leclerc leads. Net lead. Lando leads. But VSC ending. Perfect for Ferrari. Oh my God. Can Charles hold on for the win now? He's got a lap fresher tyres or 2 lap fresher tyres than Kimi Antonelli. He'll probably need a little bit more than that. We've seen how quick Kimi is. Well, the luck falls for Ferrari. It looks like it'd be a one-stop strategy as well. We've got to go 23 laps on this hard. We've seen that that's going to be easily possible. They've done 18, 19 on the mediums. So, well, it's one stop, lower deck. Can we see Charles hold on now? He's, he's a second behind Lando Norris. Oh, Lewis went and he's run over a front wheel, man. Lucky he got away with it. Slower stop for Lewis, though, that. Is that what cost him position? Is 5 seconds to Oscar? Forcing a driver off track. Friendly fire, Lindblad Lawson. We've seen how they go. We've seen worse, potentially, incidents than that, but can we see Lindblad and Lawson? Well, Antonelli's got to do it on track again. It's he's all over the back. He's hunting down Lando Norris's Charles Leclerc. He's got the fresher mediums. Norris yet to pit. I'm surprised he didn't go on to the mediums. Is 22 laps on the mediums a bit too much for Norris, and he'd won't be able to do it. But he's just got to hope for a full safety car now, isn't he, for Norris to... Me, I'm nearly 40 in Blinkley, so I think every age watches Formula One if you're into racing. Generally. Charles Leclerc, fastest man on track, 49.8. Let's see what Kimi does. Gap 3.1 behind Kimi, behind Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc's got a victory to fight for. Norris isn't in the hunt for that. It looked like it was all on for him, but I think the cheap safety car for the Ferraris hasn't helped him at all. But there's a long way to go in this race. We've had, 2 virtual safety car, a full safety car. You know, is that all the action we're going to get? I don't think so. It's going to be an interesting 22 laps yet, guys. Buckle in. It's... Lewis 5 seconds behind Oscar. It's almost exactly the amount of time for his penalty. Charles now, lap 23. He doesn't want to lose too much time fighting Norris, does he, really? Because that'll give Antonelli a sniff, and that's the last thing you need to do. Charles Leclerc on strategy on Ferrari, yep. Down the Camel straight. Takes the lead. He now needs Lando to stay out, doesn't he, Charles Leclerc, and return the favour of holding up Kimi Antonelli. Gap from Antonelli to Kimi is about 2 seconds now. Was 3. I'm not shown... Unsafe release for Lewis and Ferrari. Is that another penalty coming Lewis's way? Unsafe release. Oh, this could be like another weekend of like double penalties for Lewis Hamilton. It's not helping him. What's his pace as well? I'm not seeing lap times update on my... Well, nothing seems to be working at the moment. Max saying no grip. His pace isn't there. Oh, let's see what's... Shaw, fastest lap of the race, 49.3. It was a 49.3 for Antonelli last time round, so some pace in the Ferrari yet. Lewis doing the same lap time as Oscar. Lando Norris and has done pretty solid times. 50.6 he did that last time round. Is he now just lapping to get the fresher tyres towards the end? Every lap now will benefit him later. The problem is when the Ferraris have just nicked cheap pit stops on him, haven't they? Where can he stretch? If he pits now, he's going to be battling with Isaac Hadjar, is Lando Norris, and that's who he's got to watch out for. They're quick down the straights of the Ferraris. Oh. Lewis, did you put the front wing in or not? Nope, can't turn the car. That's... didn't get the front wing adjustment, so it's going to hurt Lewis. This is perfect for Charles Leclerc now. Norris battling Antonelli. He needs, Charles leads Norris, and after the race investigation on the pit. After the race investigation for Lewis and the team, unsafe release incident, I'm not sure why they can't just make the decision now. Just get on with it. Max fourth, yes. Oh, nice battle. Norris holds off Kimi Antonelli lap 25. That's another lap. He's going to get stuck behind him. Everyone's going to be costly now for Kimi Antonelli. He's got to show this, what a pace this Mercedes has got. It's happened to him again, hasn't he? He's had to fight for victory. A little bit unlucky with the safety car. And it's, it means he now has to give it everything in this Mercedes, the fragile Mercedes, and he was comfortably in the lead. And now he's got to give it everything to see what he can do and go and beat Charles Leclerc for victory. They are looking unprofessional this weekend. They look a bit scruffy, don't they, Kimi, so far? They've not had the cleanest race by any means. They've been better, haven't they? But they've just not this race weekend. It just seems falling apart a little bit. Max Verstappen's pace is... We had a good lap time around. 14.9.8 for Max Verstappen. And he's gained a second on the guys ahead. Max Verstappen closing in on Norris Antonelli. Lap 26. Antonelli, if you look, he's got the move done now. Lap 26. Antonelli passes Lando Norris. Job done. It's now a 2.8 second gap for the win. Last lap round, 6/10 faster Kimi Antonelli than Charles Leclerc. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, mega annoying that Kimi. It's well, he's seen the green light, didn't he? And they sent him. I don't know if it's but they've had really good pit stops. Ferrari, generally speaking, has been better. The one thing that they've generally been improved on, they've had sort of a few race weekends now where they've had the fastest pit stops, but it's not worked for him yet. Isaac Hadjar's running well. Got up to P7. It's 6.7 behind Lewis now. Gabby Bortoletto's drove a brilliant race. He's up in P8. If he can beat the Racing Bulls, that's an incredible job from him. No further investigation or no signs of what's happened with the Lindblad Lawson penalty. You're absolutely right. It's just a quick little thing, isn't it? But they've missed it. Box, Stroll, we have a clutch problem. I think Fernando Alonso wants that, isn't he? He's eager just to get home and watch the World Cup final, Spain, Argentina. 8 p.m. UK time, if you're interested. Max is out of Red Bull. Have I missed something? He's driving well. Still showing on my timers. He's a second back of Lando Norris's Max, so he's a net P3. I'm not understanding Norris's strategy as it stands at the moment. Lewis is slower than Oscar. That's cost him that, isn't it? Verstappen, yeah, the tyres don't work. Ask Lewis how his tyres are doing. They've missed a front wing adjustment and that's cost him that because Ferrari Lewis was looking good. Charles Leclerc, though, could he make it back-to-back race wins? That's the big question in this race. He had a bit of luck. He needed the virtual safety car, but he rode his own luck. They went long, and it's at the moment, it's a guaranteed podium. Where will he finish, first or second? He's got pace. Last lap around, it was only 2/10 in Antonelli's favour lap time, so we'll see. I'm not sure. I missed that blinkies. Max is still running. I've had nothing that he's stopped. Do you mean he's just leaving Red Bull? Norris, lap 28. Are they going to go for softs? Or are they just hoping for... It's a hope strategy from McLaren. It stands at Norris, isn't it, at the moment? I'm not quite understanding it because he's going to come out behind Isaac Hadjar now. Unless you're just banking him over the pace to bolt on some softs. We've still got 16 laps, so he's got to do at least another 2 or 3. I'm not sure I understand the Norris strategy right now. He was quick, looking really quick. I'm not sure why they didn't understand him on... I mean, I kind of can, why they didn't pit him. It was a long run on the mediums, but he was quick. All right, okay. I get you, Kimmy. Probably. He's stuck a little bit behind Lando Norris at the moment, isn't he, Max? I'm not happy with these hard tyres at all. Not fine because Oscar Piastri's all over the back of him as well. The two McLaren drivers need to switch each other around. They're on different strategies to let Oscar have a good shot at Max Verstappen, if that's a possibility. But that'd be a good recovery. Max will not want to be beaten by a McLaren. I think he'll be disappointed with the Ferrari VSC, but that's just luck sometimes. There we go, Max. Nice move at the end of the Kemmel strip. Up to P3, into the pole. He goes a bit deep. Norris is not, he's not got the grip there. Well done, Max. Went a little deep there. Give Norris a sniff. Oscar now, a second back of Max. He can't afford to lose too much time to Norris. Norris told don't want any yo-yo racing with Oscar. If they're going to lose time, let Oscar go, is the call to Norris. It makes absolute sense because Oscar's has been closing on Verstappen. Got to within about a second and a half. So lap 15. It'd be a good podium this for Max Verstappen. I think McLaren need to pit Norris soon if they want him to make the most of these fresher tyres. There's no point pitting him with like 10 to go. It's harder to make up at 20. Oh, Oscar went really wide there. Let's let Norris off the hook a little bit. Let Max off the hook a little bit. That's not what he needed. Lewis, laps was decent. Faster than the two McLarens. Norris pits 31. Makes sense now. He's got 14 laps. What's he going to come out on? Antonelli, 1.6 now behind Charles Leclerc. If he gets in the overtake down the Kemmel straight, I think Antonelli's got Charles. That last lap was half a second faster, Antonelli over Charles Leclerc. 50.1. Antonelli, 49.6. We've got swamped Colapinto and the two Alpines. Great racing with Colapinto, Lawson and Gasly. What's their tyre strategy? They're all on the same tyres as well. Box. You just come up behind the Audi, Norris. Where does he aim for? I mean, P6's look is where he's at the moment. Oh, slow. Stop, you're right. Pedals. There's another team radio going on the live timings. I missed it. Norris behind Bortoletto because of that sticky stop. Bortoletto is on 10-lap old hards. I think he's not going to be too concerned about passing an Audi. Not a great stop from McLaren. Not gone well. 13 laps to go. Kimi Antonelli is just 3/10 off overtake mode on Charles Leclerc. This battle's gonna Happens sooner than you think. Charles, radio. Charles doing a max, not happy with the off shifts. It's so bad. It's getting yeah, you can see now Antonelli now showing the real pace. He's not been flying in this Mercedes on race day, has he? I don't know if they've tuned things down a little bit, but he's a couple of tenths faster than everybody around him when he needs to be. We've got a little mini box now. Antonelli is sniffing Charles Leclerc. Charles got to do everything he can to keep him out of this 1 second zone for as long as possible. The lower deck will help Charles, as he was told earlier. Lewis has been shot by his team at the moment, hasn't he? He's 5 seconds behind Oscar, or 4.2 now. He's not quite got the pace. But I mean, last time around, he was 6 tenths faster than Oscar Piastri, actually, just saying that. It's down to 4 seconds, the gap. Lewis finding some pace somehow in his Ferrari. That's a really good lap time. It's faster than everybody around him that time around, Lewis. In the 5 second penalty, he's giving me a real kick in the teeth because it looked like it would be another Ferrari podium. He's breaking the toe. Norris weaving a lot under braking as well. There we go. We're now switching to the leaders. Been a good race so far. What do you think, guys? I've actually really enjoyed it. It's we've had some overtakes. There's strategy. We've got helped by the virtual safety car of the Ferraris. And, well, we're going to get a battle for the lead. It didn't look like that was going to happen if we just had a dry race, because Antonelli clearly just had the pace over everybody. He was managing well. Antonelli is getting within that second gap. No, Charles just stretches it a bit, keeps him out of the overtake zone. It's been a good race, eventful race. Yeah, absolutely, Kimmy. Something to keep you interested through the whole Grand Prix, start to finish. The start was brilliant. Max through Eau Rouge on Antonelli was fantastic, but then no power at the top of the straight was crazy, as was Russell, and they all just got swamped. Max lost 2 positions at the end of the straight, Kimi and Charles. You like them better when Lewis does well. It's just not gone well for him, has it? I think that 5 second penalty, I think that was harsh, in my opinion. It's almost... I know Lewis didn't help himself with team media saying he wasn't under control with his front end. Dirty, blah. But Russell, it's difficult for him forward. Leclerc has been squeezing cars outside of turn 5 when trying to pass. Don't go on the outside of Charles Leclerc, Kimi Antonelli, if you want to make this pass. Oh, that's a shit place for... Move out of the way, you Cadillac! Offering... Oh, that's really not helped Charles Leclerc, that, has he? This might be the chance down the Kemmel straight, lap 34. Will we see the lead change? This is going to be the moment, I think. Start of lap 34. Will Kimi Antonelli now make the move? He's got a helping hand from a Cadillac who held Charles Leclerc up for the overtake. Out of La Source, look at that. He's right up on the gearbox. Straight mode flaps open. Up through Eau Rouge, coming out of Radian. It's... Antonelli's close. This is a pass. What can Charles do? He's going for the inside. Kimi Antonelli's gone for the outside where he's told to watch out. He's got the pass. Kimi Antonelli leads lap 34. Charles tried hard. He was put on the back foot. come into the clutches of Kimi Antonelli because of the Cadillac slowing him down. And, well, you can't just blame it all on that. Kimi Antonelli back to the front, 10 to go. He's been phenomenal. He absolutely deserves it. There's no crying about that because the kid has been phenomenal. Let's just fingers crossed now this Mercedes can make it to the end of the Grand Prix. That's been the kicker for him because it's brilliant. You like this podium, Primcat? I do as well, actually. Max Verstappen deserves a P3. He deserved one in Silverstone. He got shafted by the rear wing on that Red Bull. And this is a solid weekend for him. Question marks of where he goes. Does he move to McLaren? It's just crazy. Really crazy talk with Max Verstappen. I honestly don't know where he goes that will be better for him than Red Bull. And I don't think it's McLaren. If it was anywhere, I'd kind of like him to. I'd love him to see him in a Ferrari, but for where the drivers are at Ferrari, I can't see that right now. And then there's Mercedes, but Kimi is doing a brilliant job. Should be Max, Kimi, Leclerc, perfect trio. Fair for the Max win, are you? But it's a well-deserved P3 if you can. Charles not letting Antonelli go. Is within the overtake zone. The problem is that Ferrari hasn't got the straight line speed of the Mercedes, and they're not fast enough in Sector 2. That was the big question, wasn't it? Leclerc is the mum. He's got a bit of the femininity about him, hasn't he, Charles? Maybe you can get away with that, Primcat. Lap 35, 9 to go. Let's see what Charles, can he fight Antonelli back? It's close between these guys, which has been really interesting come race day. Absolutely expected Kimi Antonelli to just bolt it, but it's really, really good to see from Ferrari. Race day, they've come to the party. Charles closer. Start lap 35. Can we see a move? It's just that the Mercedes has got the power, hasn't he, down the straight on Kimi. Good exit out of La Source. Antonelli on Leclerc. It's not close enough for a lunge here, Charles, but he's going to close up half a second. 0.4. Not 0.3. That's like half a second he just gains down the straight because of overtake, and he needs a good exit out of La Source, and you can see Charles Leclerc taking the lead again for this win. Norris flying, fastest man of the lap, of the track, 49.3. Hadjar did a 50.2. He's 6.5 seconds ahead of Hadjar is Norris. That strategy's not really worked for him, has it? At the moment, Norris is looking at just one more position, P6. He was flying. Did they miss a trick piston under the virtual safety car? Would the medium tyres have lasted the 24 laps that they needed to? I think they would have been shot to bits at the end, and I think that was the worry of why they've not done it. But this, I'm not sure if this is the right. I'm not sure this is better or much better from McLaren either, though, going with this option. Lewis closing on Oscar Piastri, 1.8 now. Even with that, not getting the wing flap, Lewis has been flying. If he can get a P4, I mean, he's has he got the pace? Similar lap time to Max Verstappen, so I don't think he's fighting for P3, Lewis, but he's in the sniff for Oscar Piastri. He needs to get into that overtake mode soon. Is 7 laps to go. We've not heard much of that. Charles Leclerc closer. We really need Antonelli and Leclerc to be closer at La Source. That's where we need to see it. Max is driving well, 50.0 last time around, 0.3 faster than Oscar Piastri. Lewis, 0.8 faster than Oscar Piastri last time around. I think it's a fight for the victory between Antonelli and Leclerc, I think, Blinkies. I think Antonelli's got it. Yeah, absolutely right, Kimmy. He's done a brilliant job as Lewis. If he can pick up a P4, I think that's real credit to him. I think there's probably slightly more in it. Lewis is within the overtake zone. He's managed his tyres very, very, very well, hasn't he, Lewis Hamilton? Charles Leclerc closer again. The problem is it's 0.9 here coming out of La Source. It needs to be about 0.7, 0.6. .1 now, Antonelli. Antonelli's just dropped about 0.2 to Antonelli out of La Source, and that's been huge, isn't it? It just gives him that slight little gap breather. Leclerc closing, and it'll get the gap down now, but 0.7. This is the lap where is this the lap Antonelli broke the camel's back? It's has he broken Charles Leclerc this time around? The gap now just 0.8, and he just needs to get out of the overtake zone. I think this is it. Antonelli's just done enough now, I think, this lap to sort of break the overtake zone, but we've now got Lewis within the overtake zone of Oscar Piastri, 0.9. Kimmy's got the win now. Yeah, I think so, Primcat. I think this was the lap. He's just broken that overtake on Charles Leclerc. It does look like an Italian 1-2 in the terms of Kimi Antonelli and the Ferrari. Charles Leclerc, P2. Max Verstappen with a very good P3 at the moment. I think he'll keep that. Max has got a 3-second gap to Oscar Piastri. 3-second gap, Max, to Oscar Blinkies. I think he'd be pretty comfortable for a P3. So podium for Max. It's the way it's looking. It's a fight for P4 at the moment. Lando was closing on Hadjar. He's 5 seconds the gap. He was a second faster than him the last time round. So there's a battle really here. Is P4. Lewis is closing 0.4. This is where he needed to stay close. This is what Charles Leclerc couldn't do on Kimi Antonelli. Lewis is managing it on Oscar Piastri. 0.5. That's the perfect point. He's got the slipstream, the overtake. This should be lap 39. Lewis should get Oscar. Let's see what the power is. Oh, he's closing. Is he going to be a sitting duck under the brakes? No, he defends on the brake. Oscar defends it. The other battle is Norris Hadjar. That's 4th, 6th place. Battle for 4th. Further back, Lindblad is P9. Leclerc told engine braking +1. It's not over. Are we going to get a fight back from Ferrari? Charles Leclerc, 5 to go. Are they giving him extra beans? I mean, maybe you should have done that pre the overtake. I mean, unless they could only had a few laps where they could afford to do that. I mean, if you could have done that, you should have done that to hold Antonelli back, not. I mean, wait. Yeah, 4 laps left. Lewis all over the back of Oscar into the bus stop. Not going to overtake him there. Antonelli saying, we've had 2 track limit strikes. Don't want any more. He's a bit prone to that, Kimi, isn't he? Absolutely maxes the track limits every single time. But it's worked for him. Out of Eau Rouge, Lewis hunting down Oscar Piastri. He's got his around the outside. Lewis, turn 5, up into P4. Really nice move from Lewis Hamilton. It was coming. He's done it. Kimi's going to win. Well, yeah, I think so. But Ferrari said it's not over yet. Let's see what they can do with this extra recharge. The gap now 1.2 is coming back down. 0.1 Antonelli Leclerc. Is that a bit of the yo-yo moving? We'll see. Yeah, let's see. Gap lap time round though was a 1.4. Can Charles get within the overtake? That's going to be the crucial part where he can use this extra braking energy that they're recovering. Oh, Charles went deep there. That's going to cost him a little bit into the bus stop. He lost a 10th. Every 10th is going to count at the moment. Leclerc won't pass. Yeah, I don't think so, pedals. It's 1.2 though. Charles has been brilliant this weekend, I think. Well, he's come to the races. He's not looked at it. In free practice, Lewis looked like he had the legs on him, but Oscar told to stay within 5 seconds of Lewis. He's under investigation post-race, so we've still got that to potentially look out for. So Lewis could drop from 4th to 5th. Let's see what happens on that, if anything. This is a good result from Ferrari. I think they'll take this come race day. A strong drive to P2. They had the better of the Red Bull, I think, so far in this Grand Prix. I mean, they've got 3 to go now, so we'll see. And they've kept Kimi Antonelli honest. Look, the gap is 1.3. I think that's really strong race performance from Ferrari. There's no 2 ways getting about that. This was a circuit that they were struggling at, but the race setup and the race car that they've had today is really, really promising. This is not their circuit. Hungary is their next circuit, and if they aren't doing a 1-2 there next weekend, I've given my predictions already. I don't know who's going to be who, but I think it'll be a Lewis pole position. He loves Hungary, does Lewis Hamilton. Charles Leclerc's not bad around there. We've seen the Charles Leclerc back, the one that does it on pole, so it'll be really interesting. Max should pass Leclerc. He's 9 seconds behind Charles Leclerc at the moment, blinkies. So Max is not going to get Charles Leclerc in this Grand Prix, but it's a solid P3 as it stands. Lewis 3.4 behind Max. He was made 3/10 on him last time round, but there's not enough laps now for Lewis. Lewis's performance and Ferrari's performances, they can take promise from that. They've been faster than the Red Bulls, and they're not a million miles away come race day on pace of the Mercedes. I think it's been about 2 to 3 tenths, 2-3 tenths max. Norris is flying. Another fastest lap of the race. We've got 2 to go. It's going to be a battle for P6. Watch out for that. Hadjar's going to defend for his life. I love the way he's so hard. Credit to Hamilton, not Ferrari. Credit to the car. I'm talking about pedals. In terms of strategy, like with the way Ferrari have been this weekend, I think they've been scruffy. So I agree with Kimi and probably you on that. Credit to Lewis, yeah, but credit to Charles. And credit to Ferrari for the car that they've put on track for them. The work that the engineers have done has been good come race day. You are gaining 2 or 3 tenths per lap on Max. Difficult but possible, Lewis told. I think you got to give credit to Ferrari. They have produced a car that can race, and they got lucky with the virtual safety cars. And unlike Australia, they actually pit under the virtual safety car and got the pits. I think that's where they have been better. I know we're really critical of Ferrari generally, especially when it comes to strategy. They pit both under the virtual safety car. Lewis questioning strategy, why they went longer. It was right. Not helped by the pit stop stuff, not doing the front wing change. I think that was sloppy. Other than that, have they done just scruffy in terms of the finer points of Ferrari, which they have been better at, but obviously they're still showing their Ferrari. Lewis, I've done the best I can with the wing that I have. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I mean, a P3 looked like it would have been on, isn't it? With the pace that they've had. 2 to go. I think you're right. I think you're right to be aggrieved, Pedals. The front wing has cost him a podium, I think. How much faster would he have been? Norris now a second. But with lap 43, they've done exactly the same lap time as the Mercedes, Kimi Antonelli and Charles Leclerc. Final lap. We're there now, Blinkies. Kimi Antonelli is this the drive of his life? I'm not sure about the drive of his life, but he's been phenomenal. Turned up to Spa, Belgium after the heartbreak of Silverstone, and he didn't mope around, didn't cry of what's, issues have befallen him. He's come here, he's dominated in free practice. This kid looked on for the win from free practice 1. Hammered his teammate. There's no two ways about that. If you're a George Russell fan, I'm sorry, but Kimi's just been absolutely brilliant. He's phenomenal this weekend. He dominated him in free practice sessions. It was a gap of about a second a lap to George Russell. Russell got that down to about half a second, but half a second is a absolute country mile in this world of Formula One. And he's touring round. He got the job done the hard way again. It's not been an easy run for him this Grand Prix race. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari have made it difficult. They made him push, but he's pulled through again. He keeps on delivering, this young man. It's now just corners away from him taking, is it race win 6? Well-deserved race win 6. He gets his European season back on track. He's been, really unlucky with Mercedes. I told him to fix their effing car. It's managed. Oh, nice drift slide from Kimi Antonelli. Crosses the line. Victory. A brilliant victory from Kimi Antonelli. Held off Charles Leclerc. A fantastic place. Second place from Charles Leclerc. He's been brilliant. Max Verstappen rounds out a top podium from him. Max has done Max things. He's dragged that car with a brilliant P2 in qualifying. Gets home for P3 in the race. the grunt down the end of the straight, which was cost him, or was it battery? But in the race, I don't think he quite had the pace of Ferrari and Mercedes. I think the surprise here has been Ferrari's race pace. They kept Mercedes honest. Charles Leclerc kept Mercedes honest. He's been brilliant. Max Verstappen, P3. Lewis Hamilton, 4th. Unlucky with the 5-second penalty in my book. He finishes 5.6 behind Max. Also, the pit stop incident where he didn't get the wing flap. I don't know how much lap time that would have cost him. And despite the incidents, I think Lewis could have been on the podium as well. So work to do, refinement needed still from Ferrari, but they're there. They're in the hunt. There's damage limitation. If you're talking championship battles, this is perfect for Ferrari. Oscar, I think he'll be disappointed. The McLaren looked fast in the hands of Lando Norris. Oscar has still been off the pace this race weekend. But better from McLaren. There's talks of significant upgrades, but they've downplayed that throughout the whole weekend. It was just a rare wing upgrade from McLaren. We see more in Hungary with just a week to go. So we'll be back here again. If you're new here, please, if you've enjoyed the watch along, hit the like button. It'll be massive. Please subscribe if you're new as well. Isaac Hadjar holds on for P6. He was holding back the charging Lando Norris. Decent recovery drive from Hadjar from last to P6. I think that's a pretty solid job from him. There was pace in the Red Bull as we watched Kimi dive into his mechanics. I love this part of the end of the race. It's so good to watch them celebrate that like that with the team. Lando Norris, I think he drove a brilliant race. There's no two ways about that. He was really quick. I'm not sure there was much strategy that the team could play for him in the race. I think the safety car came, or the virtual safety car came just 2 or 3 laps too early for him to take advantage of it and bolt on the mediums, because I think net he might have been ahead of Hadjar and would have been in there with the battle with Oscar. Solid result from him. Gabby Bortoletto with a P8. Hats off to him. I think he's drove a really, really good race in the Audi. I predicted him to do well. Ones to watch, and well, P8, he's beaten the Racing Bulls, so he can be massively happy with that. Really promising, solid result from Gabby Bortoletto. Arvid Lindblad, he beats his teammate, and kind of had to do that, didn't he? Because he's the one with the upgrades in that car. Picks up a P9. Alpines have been quick, but we didn't see much of him in this race. I think we've missed probably one of the overtakes of the race with Colapinto, Gasly and Lawson. I kind of hope to watch that somewhere at some point. So if you've not seen that, I'm guessing there'll be something doing the rounds on X, Twitter, whatever you like to call it. But Arvid Lindblad beats the 2 Alpines in P9. Franco Colapinto beats his teammate Pierre Gasly into P10. It was just a second back, Pierre Gasly. Another really good weekend from Franco Colapinto. He's now coming into the own, what we needed from him. He stepped over Franco with a P10. That is the top 10 positions. 11th, Gasly. Lawson, 12th. What do you make of his race? It's a difficult one. He's finished, nearly 30 seconds back of Arvid Lindblad. I'm not sure if there was some sort of incident or he's carried some sort of pain somewhere, but there's a huge gap from Colapinto to Lindblad, 25 seconds. I don't know if it was Arvid just took advantage of a safety car there, so we'll dig into that once we get the information on that. Nick Hulkenberg, a P13. I think he'd be disappointed his teammates 5 positions higher up. I don't know if then again is that safety car or something like that that's happened that's cost him. We not too sure on that. Ollie Berman, P14. He did 2 stops. A difficult weekend for Haas. Alex Albon beats Carlos Sainz 15th. Carlos Sainz 16th. I know Carlos Sainz did he have some sort of issue at some point in the race? That's just me making things up in my own head. Esteban Ocon 17th, Bottas 18th, Fernando Alonso 19th. He finishes the race, and I'm sure he'll just be dropping what he can and running to the airport to get home for the World Cup final. Stroll is the DNF, Perez and George Russell. We've got the drivers' interview. Let's see what Kimi Antonelli's got to say. Antonelli is a tough win. Had to hold on there. Charles Leclerc, aggressive race. Won in Silverstone, was leading this race. Let's see what he's got to say. Can he fight for the rest of the season? They're going to give it everything they can. Come on, Ferrari. Acknowledges the VSC strong race pace. 5 or 6 laps struggling on the front end on the hards. It says, is that what helped Kimi sniffing, step forward? Max said Jacques Villeneuve. Max tried everything this weekend. He absolutely did. Both Max and Kimi got unlucky with the VSC. Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Would Max have been a position higher up without the VSC? Debatable, because quick pace in the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Antonelli this is a perfect championship weekend for Kimi, hasn't it? 25 points on George Russell. Extends the gap to 50 points to him. His nearest rival, Lewis, out of the podium, P4. Not helped by his team, Lewis. Kim saying just got to keep performing, keep bringing the results, see what happens at the end of the year. Hungary next up, round 11, before the summer break. We're only round 10. We're not even, next race we're halfway through the season. Lapped, 22. If we do get 22, potential for a 23, let's see. But next weekend we'll be halfway through the season, and then we'll have a summer break, and we come back for the Dutch Grand Prix. Alonso should retire, Kimi. Nah. There's pacing the old dog just yet. I absolutely love Fernando Alonso. One of my favourite drivers. I've just grown to like him more and more over the years. But yeah, thank you for watching along, guys. Thank you, Pedals. Thanks for the watch along. Thank you, Primcat. Thank you, Kimi, for joining. Blinkies, thanks for getting in the comments. Love it. Thank you, everyone. He wants to be watching the football instead. Yeah, I don't blame him. His team's in the World Cup final later today, 8 p.m. I should do like a watch along with the World Cup, shouldn't I? Completely irrelevant to F1, but might get views of what a racing guy has got to talk about football. But yeah, Spain, Argentina in the Football World Cup. Just over 4 hours to go for that. But yeah, thank you everybody for the comments, getting involved. Absolutely love it. And yeah, you guys with your comments and everything like that just absolutely make this watch along the watch along to watch. There's lots of watching going on. But thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the podium celebrations. I will be doing a short race review coming up later today, probably before the World Cup. So watch out for that. If you're not interested in the football, you can always watch that. We then have a quick turnaround. I'll have my driver ratings video coming out early next week, probably Tuesday. We'll have a preview for Hungary Wednesday, and we'll be watch along live again for Hungary qualifying and the race. It should be, back-to-back race weekends. It should be a cracker. Thank you, everybody, for joining, watching along. Massively appreciated. Enjoy the podium celebrations. Watch out for the race review coming shortly. Thank you. See you on the next one.